Hey there, this is Coach Prem here, and we are talking Seminar Club modules. And as we go into our Seminar Club modules, we are halfway through. We're talking about critical thinking. And critical thinking is such an important role or a skill that you need to be able to develop as a supervisor, as a manager, and as a business owner, as well as a leader within an organization. You want to be able to understand the problems, first of all, understand the problems, and then to be able to find the solution for those problems. You see, it's so important for us to understand the problem because as we look to pour in resources to be able to find a solution to that problem, it's a lot of time and energy and money that you put into that solution. Now, suppose you put in the resources into that solution, or cash, our team, our energies. You don't want to be pouring in resources and then at the end you found out that you have not identified the right problem. It'll be a waste of resources. So it's so important that we think critically within a marketplace that's ever changing and the problem is ever evolving as well. So as we look at our critical thinking workshop, we'll be going through some areas where you can be able to deal with problems or identify those problems. Because there can be routine problems and there can be complex problems. We got to know how we can be able to manage those problems. We need to be able to understand how we can be able to manage our resources and how we can be able to find the solutions. And when we found the solutions, how we can put something in place that solution works for the company, it works for you and your organization. All right. So as we look at our critical thinking, we need to be able to understand how our minds think. See, within our mind, we think we have a right side and a left side. See, our right side is more creative, is where we can be able to start thinking outside of the box, where we can be able to come up with new ideas and find out about new technologies or new ways of dealing with the problems that we're facing. And as we also look at finding solutions for our problems, we need to be able to think logically as well, to be able to analyze and evaluate and find out what's the reason, dig deep to be able to understand the root cause of the problem so that we can identify that and pour our resources into that and to be able to have the organization or your company move much smoothly. So as we look to be that problem solver or that decision maker that makes effective decisions, we got to be able to develop that role as a critical thinker. Our takeaways from this session would be to be able to identify problems, understand the cognitive process, and also understand the barriers that you'll face as a critical thinker. You know, many organizations or many entities that I've experienced, find this as a challenge. We may be highly educated, and yet somehow we're not able to think critically. So join us in our next session on March the 23rd and the 30th. Call us at 223-5583.